Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay spot. On the bottom right side as the blue Wehrmacht, we got VonIvan, or I should say blue Austere. Hey, that's my line. Spawn on top left side as the red USF, we got Eternal Sunshine of Spotles Mine. I still don't know if it's Spottle or Spotles. For some reason I put the Spo into it, even though there's only one O, so Spotles. He says he's having some connection issues. Both players meet locked in the doctrine. We've got the Luftwaffe supply doctrine versus the armor company. Grenadier is now on the build queue. A rifle squad and assault engineers on the field as well. We could see the Luftwaffe field officer, so probably the squad I know least about, because I sort of stopped playing out the final patch of the game. It wasn't the last patch of the game sort of ruined a lot of things for me. Made the game overall less fun. He says it has a ping of 125. That's the issue. Pioneers heading up north. We got the squad checking these sectors. Engine 42 setting on up. VP is being captured with a rifle squad. Grenadiers, thought I saw them right there. Those the Grenadiers are heading over here. It's always a good idea to capture these sectors. I see players skip these sectors, which is a bad idea. After all, they're half emissions or half a fuel sector.
The enemy is attacking. We must defend our headquarters. Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Grenadiers engaging the riflemen. Some wire now being built by the assault engineers. Very nice.
We're all done.
Just realized something. That car seems a little bit small. Yeah, I think this car actually had a bit of sizing issues. Because look at the rifleman squad. I don't think those cars were that big at the time frame, but I don't think even cars were that. I actually have no idea if you could stand a full. I suppose nowadays I could stand taller in my car. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Then again, it's not American. Though the whole issue of giant American cars came about because of emission standards. Oh, you companies say the EPA says your emissions can't be this dirty, we'll just make the car bigger, so it's no longer classified as a car. And so now our cars are basically classified as lightweight trucks. Grenadier squad falling back. This Grenadier is taking a bit of damage there. Their squad does get behind the dead cow. Grenadier up there, falling back. Assault engineers push forward. Pioneers are not getting focused down, so they should get some decent work done. Pioneers getting some good hit on the assault engineers. Grenadiers still doing quite well against the Russian squad. And the assault engineers the Pioneers fall back maybe a little bit too early. Assault engineers falling back at a reasonable time. Grenadiers here engage the right squad. Those the right squad's getting ripped apart, and we've got the Russian squad rotating around.
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
A bit of wire being salvaged there behind that vehicle. Grenadiers seeing this rifleman. We do now have more tank shots being salvaged. Lieutenant here. The Lieutenant model has a Thompson firing away. He was in negative ground, but now being focused down. One Grenadier squad falling back. The other squad engaging the Lieutenant. Lieutenant's reloading. Over here, assault or Pioneers and MG42 does overrun the Russian squad. Then straightforward. The Lieutenant model is still up and going, so Thompson's still firing at point blank range. And I'm pretty sure that Thompson is still the same DPS like a Ranger Thompson, just only one of them. Grenadier does fall back, so does Lieutenant. We do have a utility car on the build here. Grenadier's engaging the assault engineers. And Grenadier's now falling back. M242 set up right here. Does find a bit of angle there in this fire squad. Decides to fully withdraw. Probably a good idea.
Utility car taking the field.
Utility car has been deployed in the field. We do have the bunker here. Needs some medics to upgrade into it. Medic upgrade.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
He probably has vision of seeing that. Pioneers actually do have extended vision, and so probably saw those landmines being built. With that, he can just simply get some minesweepers out, throw a rifle grenade into it, or throw out a mortar. Medic bunker complete. Some of these guys can push on forward.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
We do now have the ambulance now on the build queue. Grenadier's LMG upgrade. Grenadiers rotating around. Rifle squad takes some hits there. Pioneers advancing on well.
We are losing a sector.
Grenadiers push forward.
A fresh officer has arrived.
And we do now have the Luftwaffe squad field officer now pulling field, which does have the assault officer's diversion and inspiring aura ability. But instead of a smoke artillery barrage, you get a smoke Stuka drop, which does also provide a bit of vision. I think it's the same. We got the recon pass, single recon pass with 40 munitions, which I think. Pretty sure this ability also spots as well, so not sure how that exactly works. And a single 50 mission suppression run.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
That squad is also equipped with MP40s as well. It's basically artillery officer, just Luftwaffe flavored. Lieutenant does fire bazooka into the tree. Grenadiers advancing. Oh, utility car went down. I actually don't know what killed it off. We do now have a Stuart now pulled in the field. Yeah, not sure what killed it off. Maybe a Panzerfaust? Officer starting to fall back there. Took a bit of damage. Stuart pushes his way forward. Grenadiers take a bit of damage. Over here, got the rifle squad taking a bit of fire from the Grenadiers. 3 members, severely wounded, but efficiency 2. 2 members. Actually, a decent amount of health on those 2 models. Rifle squad does fall back. Good to see a Panzerfaust here. Panzerfaust being casted. Of course, not enough munitions for anything else. No pack forward in the field either. Yes, not even tier 2 even built. He is researching Battle Phase 2. That is a US landmine, which may explode him, but he does barely miss it. And looks like the assault engineers and pioneers both fall back.
We're losing a capture point.
Is that thing firing at us? Kill it!
M20, ready for action.
Cross squad takes a little bit damage there from the LMG grins. Stewart pushing way forward. Officer does get inside the garrison. Grin can't do much from there. Grenadiers pushing forward. May is flanking the lieutenant. Utility car firing away against the Grenadiers. Grenadiers could or Rice Squad's eye for heavy cover there. Doesn't need to focus this guy that's in open ground.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Officer back here. You can drop some medical supplies for him. Be a bit expensive though. He's building some tank traps here.
Even if you don't see it. Squad numbers are back to normal. Just suppress the goddamn point. Area secure. That was too easy. Make sure we get high rates of firearms. Once the initiative goes to us, then Crowd's giving us some trouble.
Pioneers advancing. Russian squad with mines behind some heavy cover. Stewart gets a shot on in. Pioneers going to have a bit of trouble with that Stewart nearby. Over here, Grenadiers engaging the utility car. Another Russian squad does get explode there. We got a second Russian squad on the field. That's something I was not expecting. Maybe it's time for a large number of bazookas. Officer's trying to fall back. He does not have weapon racks, so I'm not sure why he went for a second Russian squad. Grenadiers inside the garrison, firing away. Pioneers push way forward. Grenadiers and Pioneers push way forward. Infantry 4-2 firing away, perhaps in this Russian squad. Russian squad does get suppressed. These guys are still firing away against this Infantry 4-2. Stewart now hitting the garrison. Pioneers from Minesweeper. Russian squad of Minesweeper does fall back. It looks like I got a rifle grenade that hit this guy here.
We are losing a sector.
Fly from this guy here. Yep, rifle grenade recently casted. Russian squad does fall back. Here, a rifle grenade once again. It's this rifle squad. Rifle grenade. It's rifle from the squad. Both those squads do fall back. Utility car is still in the region, hitting the Pioneers. Oh, Flak Panzer also now pulling the field. And he does load up the shell shock rounds, taking some damage. Gets a vision block crit, buying some time. He does have a couple of Russian squads to assist for repairs, so he's plenty of repairs at the moment. Bombus AT. He does have weapon racks. Not a lot of munitions at the moment. Lieutenant has one bazooka at the moment. I don't know if he has any other weapons. Or bazookas on the Minesweeper squad. It just seems not too much munitions at the moment. Did the car take some hits there? Is there any landmines over here? No, I don't see any tread busters. There's a heavy cover. Stewart push way forward. Lieutenant gets... Oh, looks like Lieutenant now has two bazookas. Let's get two pens there. But it's more of a soft counter in this situation. Oswin's a very powerful unit at this moment. This player does not have a major, so he's very far away from this. Looks like the US player is very far behind in fuel income. Or then again, he has gone for Stewart and utility car. That's where all of his fuel went. He needs another AT asset, or a AT asset. Captain on the build queue. Spotles can make do with 3 extra squads with bazookas. This guy does not have any bazookas. The Minesweeper is not a slot item down here.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Good hit there.
We're losing a capture point.
Grenadiers here. We have the right squad getting nice and close. Get some pens there. Multiple misses there. Grenadier and right squad falling back. Does use combat bullets to get on out of there. Mortars running on in onto the rifleman.
Frag grenades now available for action.
Soldiers could help with repairs there. Your squad's being whittled on down. US player still does not have a major on the build queue, nor captain. And you do need the major built in order to get the M10. Good mortar hit there on the rifleman. Grenadiers and officer moving around the southern flank. Rifle grenade. Horrible rifle grenade. I don't know what that rifle grenade was meant for. Guess he thought that was a landmine? Oh, can't accuse him for map hacking with that type of rifle grenade.
Capture point is being overrun.
Oh, but do now have the aura action by the officer. Inspiring aura. Got a smoke run there as well. Officer taking some hits there. Grenadiers push forward. Officer now advancing. Grenadiers taking some damage. And now has access to his bombing run. Grenadiers now falling back. Grenadiers falling back. Bit of splash hit there in the assault engineers. Stug deploying the field, but there's lack of armor for Stug to engage. Maybe a little bit too preemptive, though then again, he is lacking AT. So going for an early Stug's not necessarily a bad idea. It's like going for an early AT gun, because he doesn't even have that. An understandable pick, to say the least. Maybe Panzer IV could have been a better option. This player has a major on the field, has enough fuel for a Sherman tank, needs more manpower though. Maybe got to just go for a Jackson for hard AT option. He's lacking a hard AT as well. Right now against Oswood and Stug, M10s are actually a possibility as well. He's starting to hit that right squad quite nicely, does force him back.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Reaction squad takes some damage. And with the MG4 in the back line, these guys in the front line just getting suppressed and not really accomplishing all too much. Rolls a miss there with a mortar. And now got Scott on the build queue. I don't think that's a great idea at the moment. He needs AT against Osman. He needs a proper AT because Osman basically has free reign to do whatever it wants right now. Looks like he's trying to counter his opponent's armor by simply killing off his opponent's infantry. Scott's doing some good work there. Emergency 2, gains some good hits, good splash hits. Get a splash hit there as well. Grenadier catch the point, falling on back. Right now, the Austere player does have a triple capture in his favor. US player is down 261 tickets. Stug trying to hit the Stuart. Oh, Scott's Barrage trying to hit that MG42. Looks like it's really missing. He does dodge that one. Mortar does hit the Major. Rock Squad 4 getting suppressed there. Got Austrian side of the garrison, which cannot use any abilities, looks like. Assault engineers who fall back. Got the lieutenant inside the garrison now, but going to get machine gunned down. Austrian firing away. Bazooka splitting their targets. And the garrison gets destroyed. Does drop Bazooka. Picks up the bazooka of the officer. I don't think that was a good idea. I think he should have done that with the pioneers. One thing that the US player could do, he could load the landmine detonation. Could load one of these veteran vehicle crews into the Scott. Transfer some veterancy. Oh, do we have a landmine there? What type of landmine? Is that not a tread buzzer? That's just a regular landmine.
A capture point is under attack.
Scott firing away.
Squad numbers are back to normal. Area is out. Mortars incoming!
Couple of bounce and pen there on the Stug. Austrian firing away. Bazooka's hitting the Austrian. Pioneers can help out with a bit of repairs. Taking some more pens there. Grenadiers now engaging. They'll throw a frag grenade on the Pioneers, which is not really a good idea. They'll drop a bazooka there as well. Guess the can they also pick up 2 bazookas? They cannot. Grenadiers pick up the bazooka. I dislike hybrid squad, so I would definitely avoid that. Oakland player, or not Oakland player, Austria player is now gone for a Panzer IV. He just lost a squad over here. Scott took out the MG42. Utility car on the flank. He could possibly wipe out the officer. Could see something there. Do I got the bombing run? Yep, there is a bombing run. Looks like it's quite warm there. So this drops off Incendiary and Hikes. Well, this just drops Incendiary. Is that a little bit too much overlap? Do have a anti-infantry, anti-vehicle mine, M5 mine. Pens 4 takes some pens there. Smoke barrage is running on in. Stuart advance way forward. Stuart could try getting the cripple shot ability, the lesser of the 2 seen abilities. Got an anti-grav or grenade there. I think anti-grav grenade did also connect. Landmine, I should say. Getting hit pretty badly here. Oof. Not looking good for the US player. Though this stuff's getting critted. He has no M10 on the build queue, nor Jackson. Lieutenant has 1 bazooka up and going. Does with the ambulance. The medic squad is still there, so he has some source of healing. Of course, I don't think he has a station here like the British medical. I don't think they was given granted access to that. Austrians start going down. Goes down entirely there. There's first aid ability, automatic healing, distribute medical supplies. I think that's a toggle ability rather than timed ability. But yeah, he need. Oh no, that is a Tommy's timed ability. So he's just got to do some micro there, but he can still use instead of the ambulance, so save him a bit of money.
Gather round. I smell orders.
A capture point is under attack.
That medic squad also does have the automatic follow units to heal them ability, which is a little bit buggy, hence why it's sort of more or less removed from the British medics since it follows some units across the battlefield. But I think the US medics can have that same bugginess. The problem is you just never notice it because you never dismount the medics. In fact, here's something if you really want to do. If you want to share medics with your teammates, like the Austria can do for your Canadian allies by building a medical bunker, the US players can dismount the medics from the ambulance, recruit over any other unit, such as the Major, if you don't really want to use the Major too much, or the rear echelon squad, if you don't really care about the rear echelon squad all too much. Have one of those squads garrison the ambulance, and then use that to have the medical aura, and then you get to move the medics around as you see fit.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
And maybe send it to a teammate who doesn't have medics, or it's going for strategies trying to do skimp out medics, like some Brits players just skip medics all entirely. And then you can take that medic squad and put it at your teammate's HQ.
90-day wonders. Fall in.
A capture point is being overrun.
Another assault engineer landmine could have been spotted there by that splash. Mortars trying to fall back. Do have a Scott on the field. I think that's the same Scott before. Has 0 kills. Is that, or maybe a fresh Scott, or no, different vehicle crew? I honestly have no idea. He has a vehicle crew here, which does have 8 kills, which may even the utility car crew? I'm not sure. Oh, looks like the MG42 does get stolen. It says this amount of fuel, so yeah, he spent some fuel, so that must be a fresh Scott. And not to mention there's a carcass Scott. Yep, that's definitely a fresh Scott.
Waiting orders.
Wehrmacht player right now has a stroke and head support. Oh, finds that landmine. Very nice. Of course, nothing nearby to capitalize on it. Nice was a number of bazookas. I think there's 3 bazookas in total there. Scott gets good hits there. The Stewart or Scott has taken a pretty good hit there. 1 bazooka on the officer. Everything falls on back there. Hands 4 escapes on out. Stog still receiving some repairs. Let's see. This guy has 2 kills. Veteran 1, 8 kills. Nearly Veteran 2. So this crew could be used to garrison another vehicle to get its Veteran going. Or like I think I said beforehand, the utility car crew can dismount and re-garrison to the Scott. Again. Have the squads before, it does go around its own cache.
Contact! German rocket!
A capture point is under attack.
Out here, bit of hits there onto the Grenadiers.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Good hit there. Grenadiers force back the riflemen. Got many bazookas pick up these squads. Actually, there's no LMG on this squad here. Looks like the utility car is taking some hits. Flame engineers, assault engineers pushing forward. In the center, we got the pioneers falling back, so is the lieutenant.
Get guards on our flank! Forward on! Enemy armor is chewing us up!
Panzer IV push way forward.
Work's finished. What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? All right,
We got another assault engineer landmine there. Vehicle crew spots Stug. They're not hijackers. Rifle squad does fall back there. Mortar does this drop a little bit short.
We're losing a capture point.
MG42 hitting this with Grenadier.
Contact! Enemy infantry! Try to outflank them!
Most bit of miss there. Do have this landmine swept by the Pioneers. Grenadiers push forward. Scott hits the Pioneers. Aggression squad push forward. Panzer IV firing away. No MG upgrade. Pod just starting to save some conditions for a lot of fun abilities. Landmine was detonated, I think maybe by the Panzer IV. Grenadier takes another hit there. Does start to fall back. Another Panzer IV on the build queue. Pioneers are overgetting run. Looks like the Panzer IV does receive another snare.
Enemy forces have 300 points.
Lieutenant squad falling back. M10 now deployed in the field. Does get a good frag grenade there. And you got a Scott barrage shooting that mortar. Oh, looks like the rear squad took a bit of splash hit there. Grenadiers pushing forward. Rock squad advancing.
Overrunning one of our capture
Mortars falling on back. Rock squad is behind some good heavy cover. And Major's trying to fall back. Especially 2 members left on that vehicle crew. Tank trap does get destroyed there.
Taking fire! Reinforcements in. To the death factory, boys. Stick with me and you might just make it. Grab 42!
Aggression squad does fall back. Scott or M10 does get a good shot there on the Panzer IV. Good there on the Grenadiers. Mortar raining a shot on in. Splash the rock squad a little bit there. Major missiles bazookas. Flame engineers advancing. Do now have the inspiring aura from the officer, which does improve the vehicle's reload rate. However, we do have the major artillery also summoned there.
Scouts are taking one of our points.
You may have thought it was the siege barrage from the armor company, which is something you should be very concerned with. That was quite audible, to say the least.
They got us zeroed in here! Promotion just came in!
Over here, do you have the Rice Squad falling back? Got triple capture in favor of the US player at 171 tickets versus 243. So the US player is still behind, but has triple capture to help equalize that.
The capture point is under attack.
Great hit there on the Grenadier.
point is under attack.
Our squad and Lieutenant straightforward with a major. Number of bazookas. Rock squad can always throw in, nope, not enough munitions for a snare. So Panzer IV is not a big threat. No pit bounce on them, but he does now have enough munitions for the heavy bombing run. Taking some pens there, nothing too crazy though. Artillery car down south, maybe picking off that Grenadier. Grenadier will not be going on down. I have more tank traps here because they keep on destroying the tank traps. Our squad has some heavy cover there. Scott has a shot there. Another Stug on the build queue. I don't think a Stug's actually a great idea because if it's Scott M10, I think more Panzer IVs just tend to be pretty good. He's not fighting against any sort of AT gun as well, so more Panzer IVs could just help steamroll against your opponent. Let's get the Panzerfaust onto the utility car. And he has plenty of space. My voice is cracking. He has plenty of population space. Reaction squad inside the garrison. Grenadiers behind some good heavy cover here. We do have the Luftwaffe squad. Trying to take him out, but having a bit of trouble. Bazooka rolls a miss. And does fall back there. Even if he did get a hit, I don't think he would have killed it off. Stug needs some repairs. Oh! Major already got direct hit. And Major finished off the Stug. I'm actually really surprised about that. Grenadiers are falling back there. Scott range very short. Grenadiers trying to capture the central VP, but he's getting hit by Thompsons and flamethrowers, as well as some very greasy guns. And do you have the heavy bombing run being summoned in here? Oh, took out the M10.
A medium tank was just lost.
Looks like the Panzer IV is blitzing its way forward, chasing down some of these squads here, as Scott keeps his distance. Rolls a miss there. The other Panzer IV is blitzing its way forward as well. 9 seconds remaining. This one's subsided. Don't see any landmines over here. Nor tread busters. Scott maybe go on down. I think right now taking to a captain wouldn't be that bad to get out some AT guns. Right now his opponent's manpower. He could just go for some Jacksons and get a nice... 2 Jacksons would be probably more than plenty of all this that armor. Got power access infantry here. And somehow the utility car is still alive, as well as the Scott. Blitz has been off cooldown and now being utilized once again. Panzer Tactician there, very nice. I see 3 bazookas. Ring around the rosy. Turret rotation. Oh, there goes the utility car to the Stug. When the Panzer IV has an engine crit, it is right there. Ooh, big crushes.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
May say anti-tank rifle grenade. Nope, nope. Now he has enough missions. Now he's going for the tank rifle grenade. Connects, going for a Jackson. Enemy fighter, I guess it's from the officer.
The capture point is being overrun.
The damage there onto that Grenadier. Over here I do have Scott getting a little bit too close. He sees all what the Pioneers are. This may be a good time for the barrage ability. It's off ability, off cooldown. Does dismount start repairing it? Missed opportunity, I would say. Does capture this with flanking VP. He is now the neutral capture. 135 tickets versus 184. One Jackson deployed in the field. With proper micro, the Jackson will be very effective in the situation. Another Panzer IV on the build queue. Second Jackson is probably a good idea. A tank rifle grenade does connect. Rifle grenade fired. Ooh, major down.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Jackson rolled a miss. Does take a pen there. Jackson sends a pen. Or seems to pen's a return. Another Panzer IV on the field, so now there's 3 Panzer IVs and a Stug. Fuel point now being captured. Panzer IV advancing. Rear squad does fall back. Bar squad push way forward. He does a frag grenade. Somebody just screams to me if time to throw a frag. But he's going straight for the VP. He throws a frag. He does dodge it though. But he's going to get ripped apart. He just took a lot of free damage running on by. He did give up the heavy cover. Smoke run coming on in. Does smoke up the capture MG42. Hands forward, push forward. Still on the flank. King Trap does get destroyed there. Decent mortar hit. Jackson rolls a miss. He looks like a force on the ground, but the smoke did subside there. Gets a pen there. Assault engineers do fall back. Lieutenant's sprinting his way forward versus Spotles to capture the VP now. Lieutenant's starting to fall back. Jackson gets multiple pens there on the Stug. Maybe a good idea for the reaction squad to fall back and repair up the Jackson. Jackson can remain not decrewed in order to improve response times.
The capture point is under attack.
Good pen there. Great hit there on the rear echelon. Good pen there onto the Stug. Hey, Ken, my mind's melted right now. Lieutenant once again sprinted to such a VP. There's a double capture in favor of the Axis player. Our squad over here. Grenadiers cruising along the flank. Another heavy bomb run's almost available. Jackson pushing forward, mark target or prioritize fire turned on. Do have another squad in the build queue. Gonna go for more anti-infantry, trying to defeat his opponent's armor by destroying the infantry around it. 2 grenadiers there. That's probably a good time to bring in some Scott barrages. Jackson may have fired over here. Got some hits there onto this Panzer IV. Misses on that one.
We're down to 75 goddamn points.
Scott rotating down south, help displace these units.
Gun ready. Light gun carrier tank ready.
Another Scott now deployed in the field.
A capture point is being overrun.
MG42 firing away. Do now have another heavy bomb run being summoned on top of Jackson. He's not properly responding to it. Here it comes. Starting to move around, reversing on back. And looks like the MG42 will be immolated a little bit. Our squad may get wiped out by the Pioneer. Or the Scots wipes out the Pioneer. This our squad may get wiped out by all the fire. Though it looks like it's actually starting to go around it a little bit. Oh, Jackson or Scott does go down. Panzer IV is straight forward. And think grenade connects on that Panzer IV. Jackson has full health. He can use heat evap to increase his damage. The single bazooka firing gets a balance. Jackson has enough range to just A move forward as the Panzer IVs are just idle and falling back. Flame Engineers receive some damage there. Flame Engineers took severe damage, needs to fall back. Scott's running a little bit short. There goes the Assault Engineers. Lieutenants are falling back, taking a bit too many losses. 2 Pioneers in the build queue for blue. Scott getting some close range shots now. Does a close range pen. Jackson hits this Panzer IV, forcing back. All the Panzer IVs are severely wounded. Rush squad patrol on the flank. These guys are suppressed. Got a double capture in favor of the Axis player. Got a smoke run coming from the officer. As the Grenadiers will maintain the double capture. Great hit there on that Grenadier. Triple Pioneer, another Pioneer on the build queue. 2 more. 2 just got deployed. And oh, rifle grenade comes in as well. Scott heading down south. Lieutenant captured this VP. You need to send that lieutenant up here. Lieutenant has Specialty 3, so it could sprint to this northern point.
Do something. We're down to 10 points, damn it.
He will have 2 points. At least will neutralize 2 points. This is captured. Neutral capture at the moment. So the US player has to maintain control of these points. These tanks need a lot of repairs, since why he went for triple Pioneers. He's also spent a little bit too many on Pioneers, probably needed 2 and get some reinforcements over here. He can always upgrade these guys for some minesweepers to improve their repair rate. US has plenty of fuel, needs more manpower. I would say another Jackson or Sherman tank. Don't think it's gotta be a good idea. I think he needs more AT. Sherman tank maybe just good enough general all around in this situation. Lieutenant gets crushed a little bit. Jackson gets a good pen there. In the center, we do have the Grenadiers getting suppressed. There's a frag. Summery bomber run being summoned somewhere. Hits the MG42, packs on up, may get decrewed. Rock squad engaging the officer. Could use, nope, not enough munitions for dispersion or diversion. Does avoid the frag grenade there. MG42 does survive. BP neutral. Rock squad intercept. We've got a single capture in favor of the austere player. Does go for a second Scott. And it might be game. And that is game. And believe it or not, the US player submitted the game to me. So he submitted a replay to me where he lost. Thank you for submitting. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.